yourself.
Come on, Fluffy.
Alrighty, my speech is on the eulogy of Jax Teller. And at the end of my speech, you will know who Jax Teller is, and he's a fictional character and why he stuck out to me. So, a little bit of an intro. Jax Teller is a fictional character from the series Sons of Anarchy, and it was a series that was on FX movie channel. And it was based totally off fiction, so none of it's true. The Sons of Anarchy Motorcycle Club, Redwood Originals was Sam Crow for short, is the name of the motorcycle club that he was the vice president of. And him, his family, and his best friends are pretty much the entire cast, crew, everything. And his dad was the one who originally founded the charter in about 1967, I think. So the central idea I got for this is to show why Jax should be remembered as an important person for this show. And so, little preview. Jax Teller is the vice president of this club. And it was established in 1967 by his dad and 8 other people, who the other 8 are still alive. And it takes place in Charming, California, which is a fake town in California. And the series follows Jax through his life in an outlaw club while he deals with the hardships and tough decisions that they come with. They sell illegal drugs and buy and sell illegal weapons to make money. But they cover it up with a motorcycle repair shop as like a money laundering thing. So, all right, how I was introduced to this. So, at first I would always see the previews for Sons of Anarchy on The Walking Dead when I would watch them on FX. And then after that was over, I needed something else to watch on Netflix. So I asked my sister, what do I need to watch on Netflix? She said, watch Sons of Anarchy. So I did. And then I was instantly binge watching it day after day. So Jax appealed to me as a character because he actually has to deal with real life just like everybody else does, but in a way more crazy, action, adventurous, illegal way. And one thing that he has to deal with is his family in the series. Most of the time, fictional characters might mention their family, but usually they're not like a part of the whole show. And pretty much Sons of Anarchy has to deal with his mom, his stepdad, his brothers, uncles, cousins, everybody, wives, ex-wives, sons. And he has a stepfather that secretly murdered his real father. And then he also has a mother who murdered his wife. And then a best friend that gets murdered in prison, and then he murders his uncle. So it's all kinds of family messed up. But another thing he has to deal with, just like everybody else, is stress. And I mean, stress is stress, but stress of, I don't know, doing a speech compared to the stress of covering up a murder from the law finding out is a little bit different, but he also has to deal with stress just like everybody else. And so he's pretty much in charge that everything illegal they do goes smoothly and they don't get caught by the police or anybody else who wants to rat on him, so he'll murder somebody if that happens. And one of the best scenes from that is the Irish Republic Army or something. They have the IRA. They sell guns to him, and then they steal all of his guns and money, and he literally wipes out the entire Irish force and steals all his stuff back to regain his dignity. And lastly, one thing that he has to deal with is making tough decisions. And throughout the series, he has to make very important decisions that are really tough on him, and you can kind of see how it weighs on him. And don't want to give any major spoilers, but it's kind of going to happen. So if you watch Sons of Anarchy, you want this room for you. I'm sorry, Brittany. So that leads me to my next point. How he dies. So this is pretty much the end of the whole thing. So the series of events leading up to his death. So he kills another one of his charter's presidents. And even though his dad founded the whole thing, he's still got to pay for it. So the other charter presidents decide that if Jax doesn't get killed for his actions, then it looks bad on the whole organization. So he has to either die or something has to happen. So his crew fakes a fight, and then he gets away, but they actually let him go. Another reason is he killed his own mom because she killed his wife in front of his son. And then he kills a leading mob boss that was going to send the entire Chinese army after him, so that was a big deal too. So instead of dealing with all that and getting executed, he decides to do all this stuff that will set plans for everybody else to have a good life, but he's still gonna. So he ends up committing suicide by running from the cops and then crashes into a truck head on a motorcycle. And even though he murdered people, sold illegal drugs, and paid off police, been to prison, and was the leader of a street outlaw motorcycle club, he was a strong character that should be remembered. That's it. Now you got to show everybody else.